Hello, in this video I'm going to show you a really cool thing that you can do with Google Slides that lets you create sort of an interactive slideshow or maybe an interactive image or poster. So basically what I've done here is I've just created a Google slide. Before I did anything I named it, which I highly suggest you do. And then I've already pre-chosen, just to save time, a picture here of a microscope. So I'm going to make my first slide a picture of a microscope. Now what I want to do is I want to make this whole picture interactive. I want students to be able to click on it and find out information or go places or be able to quiz themselves or however you want this to work. So the first thing I'm going to do over here is I'm going to create some new slides. So you could go over here and hit slide, new slide, or you can just press Control M on your keyboard, which is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to press that 2 or 3 times here and make a few slides for myself to work with. Now I'm going to go back to slide number 1, which has my image on it, and I need to make a clickable area, basically. Now I'm going to do the eyepiece here. I want to make this eyepiece a clickable thing for students. And since it's basically rectangular, I'm just going to use the shape image here, and I'm going to select a rectangle. And then I'm going to make, just off to the side here, a rectangle approximately the size of that. And I'm going to turn it, and then I'm going to cover this up with that rectangle. And you might have to adjust it a little bit so that it's not covering up other parts of it. And so what you end up with for the moment is this ugly gray rectangle over the eyepiece. Okay? The next thing we want to do is we want to make the target destination for this so that when a student clicks on this, we want a place for it to go. I'm going to make that slide 2, and you could put whatever you want here. I'm just going to put eyepiece, and then you're going to put in whatever is appropriate for what you're doing. And then I go back up here. I select my ugly gray rectangle, and I turn it into a link. And then I want to link it to a slide in this presentation. And I want to link it to slide 2, which is the eyepiece slide that we just made, and hit apply. So now this gray box that we have has turned into a button when we go to present, and I'll show you that here in a minute. That will be a thing that a student can click or a teacher can click, and it would take them directly to that slide. But we don't want that to stay an ugly gray box, so we highlight it, hit fill color, make it transparent, and then hit border color and make that also transparent. So now it looks like the box has disappeared or that we've deleted it, but really it's just become transparent, so we can just see right through it, but it's still there. So what you do is you hit present, and this would be what the student would see, or maybe what you could do while you were teaching. And you'll notice now that you have a clickable little area. See the little clicky hand show up, and when you click that, it takes you directly to the slide that's all about the eyepiece. Now what we want to do is solve the second problem, which is getting them back to that image, because now they're just in a slideshow and the next thing they click will just be whatever's next, and we don't really want that. So we're going to go, I hit escape to get out of the presentation. I'm going to go back, looking at all this. All right, everything's still good. So I have 2 options here. I can make an image that they click on and takes them back, or I can take my shape, make a giant rectangle that covers the entire slide. It's going to be a giant gray box here, and do the same thing. Link, slides in presentation. Get rid of this. Slide 1, which is my slide here with that. Apply. Make it transparent, and make the border transparent. So let's give it a test. What is that? I click on it. It's the eyepiece. Now notice this whole slide is a clickable thing. As soon as I click that, it takes me right back to that page. I could just keep doing this. I can keep adding. Maybe I want to make one for the light. Maybe I want to make one for this knob here. I mean, whatever, right? You can make whatever you want, and I keep turning them into links, and I keep linking them to new slides in the slideshow that explain it. So I would link this to slide 3. So I'm going to hit link, slides, slide 3, and apply, and it will take me there, and then I make it transparent, transparent. And so we could do the whole thing like that. You could do all kinds of images this way. You could also, if you had an image on here and you wanted to link this to a video or another website, you can do that. So you would hit this, hit link, and then you would just paste the address of the video or the website. So they could actually click on that in the PowerPoint presentation. It would open a new tab and bring them to a website or a video or whatever you want that way as well. So I hope you found this interesting and helpful, and I hope you give it a try.